Hello friends, this video is about siege march. All the critical and basic points that you need to know if you are building the siege march or would like to build a perfect siege march. But before that guys, you need to know that siege march is divided into the two parts. First one big siege march and the second one small siege march. Now guys, if I will speak about big siege, any siege that is T13 and above are the big siege, and within the small siege march we considered T11 and T12. So let me give you the example guys. This is the big siege T13, right? And if you look at the range, it is at 2178. Now if I will go below T12, then you will see the lower range is there, right? 1867. So that's why big siege is starting from the T13 where range is 2178. If you look at the T14, range again is the same. T15 range is same. T16 range is same, right? So that's why T13 and above is the big siege. Now in this small siege guys, if you will look at the T11 range, it is the 1867. If I will go below T10, then you will see the much lower range is there. So that's why small siege march is starting from the T11, right? Where range is the 1867, and same for the T12 where range is the 1867. So within the small siege march, T11 and T12, this is what we consider, right? So this is about the big siege and the small siege guys. Now let's check it out, layering. How exactly we need to define the layering for big siege and small siege. So firstly guys, let's start from the big siege march. Now guys, this is the big siege march, right? Where I'm taking the example of 4 million plus march size that is available at K40 with march size increase buff. Now guys, firstly let's forget about all of these layers. As this is the big siege march, let's take a look at the T13 and T14 layer. And you can see that I'm putting up the 3 million within the T13. So basic point is what guys, whatever your march size is, right? Whether you have the lower march size or whether you have the higher march size, do absolute one big layer for T13 where some of the quantity you can divide within the T14 as well, right? But T13 should be the absolute big quantity. So just understand that while making any big siege march. As maximum range starting from the T13, so T13 should be the biggest layer so that you should have the better power exchange ratio. And if in case you have the T15, then 100k layer you can put up within the T15 as well, right? But maximum quantity of troops should be there within the T13 only. So this is about the big siege march guys. You know how you have to divide the quantity in these big layers, right? Now apart from it guys, you can see I am putting up these 100k layer as well in these layers. Now it's not like guys I'm doing any mixing big siege or small siege march. You know I am just putting up these 100k layer so that in some scenario your siege march should be having the ease in terms of clearing whole siege layer and proceeding to the another layer that is the archer layer, right? Because siege firstly target the siege and then afterwards archer, right? Because it's not like guys always you're gonna hit the heavy caves where good quantity of siege are there or some decent buffs are there, right? There are different level opponents are there, right? So these layers will gonna help you out in terms of clearing one whole siege layer and moving to the archer layer as easily as possible or within the as less number of round as possible. And if in case guys you have watched my advanced layering video, then you might have already understood why I'm putting up all of these layers, right? And below guys you can see I have put it up the 10k layers. If in case guys you do not want to do till the bottom, not an issue, but try to do as many as you can, right? The basic idea is what that more layer you would be having with some decent quantity, it's gonna help out your siege mass from proceeding one layer to another layer, right? These troop types you can put it up 1k 2k layer whatever you feel like guys, because while hitting the keep I don't see any merit, you know, even using the any heavy quantity over here guys. So this is about the big siege march guys, how you build your big siege march. Now guys, let's proceed to the small siege march. Now guys, this is the small siege march. Again I'm taking the example of 4 million plus march size that is there at K40 with march size buff. And again guys, as in the starting I already informed, if we are speaking about the small siege march, then T11 and T12 is considered within the small siege because both of these two, T11 and T12 siege, is having the same range. So we would be proceeding with the heavy quantity within the T11 siege, right? As you can see, I'm putting up the 3 million over here and the 500k within the T12, right? As these two are the small siege guys, and rest above 100k is just simply the layer, so that we can have at least 6 some decent layers that can help us out our small siege march from clearing whole siege layer and then proceeding to the archer layer whenever or wherever it is possible. And again guys, you can clearly see this is specifically and dedicatedly the small siege march only, because out of the 4 million plus troop type, 3.5 million troops is clearly within the small siege only, and rest of these are just simply the layer to help us out in clearing the whole siege layer and proceeding to the archer layer whenever and wherever it is possible. And again, in the other troop type, you can put it up the 1k 2k layers, whatever you feel like. Now, but if in case guys you use your siege march a lot in countering the archer march, then I will say guys, if in case you want, you can put it up more quantity in these small layers as well, in calves, archer and ground. Otherwise, while hitting, keep 1k 2k layer, whatever you feel like, you can proceed with, whatever the small layer you want, you can proceed. Now guys, this was about the big siege march and small siege march, and in the both march guys, you can see that out of the 4 million, even I'm putting the other layers as well, still maximum quantity is dedicated to the big siege and small siege only. So suppose if in case you have identified any key where 50 million or 100 million T4 are there, right? You can easily use your small siege march to take out all those T4 from any decent big key. Now guys, let's speak about whether you should use mix siege march or not. So what exactly I mean by mix? As I already informed guys that we need to make the separate big siege march and the separate small siege march. So how about using the big siege as well, good quantity of big siege as well, and the good quantity of small siege as well within the one march. So as such guys, if we are talking about the mixing, then in the end guys, this is the buff and debuff game. If you have the much better buff as compared to your opponent, then obviously everything will work out no matter whatever you do. But again guys, in the end, still I can think of some scenario where even mixing will work better. But as such guys, I will suggest that you should save March preset on big siege and on the small siege. And whenever you identified the scenario where you think that mixing will work better, obviously you can make the little changes within the big siege or small siege march and can easily use your mix march. But you should build your march preset on the big siege and small siege, right? Now guys, let's speak about some of the usability of siege march. Guys, we all do know that we use the siege march to do the siege versus siege within the loaded city, or even to kill the archers when siege layers are gone within any loaded city. And apart from hitting any key, the only usability of siege march I can see, is to kill the archer march within portal building, etc. Right? And if in case guys you see any player who is using the siege march within portal, building, temple, etc., then as such you have no requirement to do the siege versus siege, right? You should and must use your Caps march against the siege march. Caps is the best march to kill the siege march. Now, as such, guys, I have never compared the outcome with ground, but I think the Caps is the best march to kill the siege march. Now, as guys, Caps kill the siege march so easily, even with good buff difference. That's why guys, you should not and must not use your siege march for a defense within the portal, building, temple, etc., right? Because even the lower level opponent, even with the good buff difference, can easily kill your siege march with the help of Calf's march. So yep guys, I think this is it regarding this particular video, and thank you guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video, and bye bye for now.